I have to admit that Groove It from James Ray's 20 Modern Studies for Saxophone is a bit of a tricky one. It's a swing waltz, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... But it's just like a few offbeats in there, it just makes it a little bit deceptively hard to play. It also gets quite high, so if you like the screaming high alto saxophone sound, then excellent. Otherwise, it sometimes makes the skin crawl if you're a clarinet player, but regardless, maybe it's just because I'm more of a clarinet player than a saxophone player. So here it goes. So that's part one. What on earth is going on here? So we have a swing rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and, but a truckload of offbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, off, on. So bar 2 is obviously the simple one. There are your crotchets. So that's your rallying point. So let's try and break this down a little bit. We have a preceding quaver to those crotchet beats. A preceding quaver in swing, in case of 3/4 time, is going to sound like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. So you've got to be able to sound it out. You've got to know what it feels like so that when you see it on the page you go, oh yeah, it's just da 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 da. So what that means is now we can play the very first 3 notes and break this into 2. So we've got the first 3 notes, which is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 off. Do ba do ba. So imagine that we take that quaver rest and we just fill it up with something. So if the rest is confusing you, put something in its place. Put a placeholder there. Let's play another F sharp. Okay. So that's our swing. 1 and 2 and 1 and what's 3 beats? So ba ba. Cool. So we've established the first 2 beats. Now we have that lead in from beat 3 and into 1. Okay, stop. Now. Okay, stop. And it keeps doing that kind of rhythm. So now what we want to do is minimize that gap. Okay, so that's the first line. That's the trick to doing that rhythm. Then we have a bunch of offbeats. So 1 off, 1 off. Hopefully by looking at the music, it's easy to identify when a music is on the beat and when it is off the beat. Because when you come to play it, again, you don't want to be micro-analyzing the music. You want to be able to take your knowledge of what an offbeat swing feels like and go, all right, I'm playing off now. And then all you have to concentrate is the notes that you're playing, not the rhythm. Because hopefully the rhythm says, oh, I'm playing on. Okay, now I'm playing offbeats. So in second line, we've got the first notes on the beat. Now we've got some offbeats. Okay, bar 2. So on, off. Now the hard part is just making sure that you only go for 3 beats. Do, ba, ba, do, da, da. And that's your first 2 bars. Okay, ties. Don't let ties detract you from the counting. They are not some magical long note that has no count. Strip away those ties and you ultimately get a crotchet and then a quaver at beat 1. So what we're doing is we're overhanging that 3 and 3 and 1, still the C, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, but you still want to think of it as quavers. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. But now with the time. So in short, you got to count 1. All right, and then she keeps it going. Oh. Now the B section. To their original tune. Alright, so what's going on here? Luckily for us, it's a bit simpler. We just got some crotchets. So do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I guess we have to subdivide into swing quavers again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So again, you gotta establish that swing in your head. Ba ba do ba da 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 da. Then join them together. And almost. Later on, they put those rests in again, just enough confusion in what it looks like to trip you up. But again, just fill in the quavers with a note and keep swinging. And take them out. And then we keep on going. Hey, a triplet. So remember, you don't swing triplets because swing is a triplet. Ta 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 ta. Right, so in that bar, 1, 2 and a 3 and 1, or 1 pineapple 3 and a 1 elephant. So pick your evenly spaced 3-syllabled word. Okay. And then the tune comes back.